Hi, welcome everybody. My name is Tara Gretton and I am here with the wonderful Vicky Essebag. And welcome everybody to our Power Burst. So Vicky and I, as always, have wonderful conversations ahead of our Power Bursts. And what came up for us today so we've got a question, and I'm going to put this question directly to Vicky because there's just some wonderful things that Vicky would like to share with you today. And interestingly, and not surprisingly, because this often happens that we are thinking about the same things. Um, But this is something that I've been thinking about a lot recently. And so the question that I want to put to you, Vicky, is how can educators celebrate and be celebrated for all their valuable contributions in schools?
Yeah, that's such an important question, Tara. And we need to be talking more about this type of thing in schools all the time,
Yeah.
right? And in our last Power Burst, we talked about the importance of appreciating educators. But I think that we also need to talk about how educators can appreciate themselves and how we can actively celebrate them in schools. One of the things that I like to do when I go into schools is I like to visit classrooms and I like to see what teachers are doing. But this can be difficult for teachers because, when they're being watched, they might interpret that as being judged. And, they are evaluated. Teachers are evaluated every year. And it's a difficult process for them because they do feel, on the most part, that they're being judged. But when I go into their classrooms, I'm not evaluating them. I have that freedom as an external person to go in and just visit and enjoy. And so my slant or my motivation or my intention that I share with them is I say to them, look, I'm going to be coming into your classroom. I'm going to be popping in, and I want to see the wonderful things that you do with students. I want to see you facilitating lessons with students that you really feel proud of, right? Having communications with students that you really feel proud of, being your best self in the class. What is it that you bring to that classroom that you feel really good about? And that's what I'm going to be looking for. And, Tara, when I have that initial conversation with the teacher, and then I follow up with coming into their classrooms on another day or whatever, I really see I have this incredible privilege of seeing amazing things because the educator knows that that's what I'm looking for. I want to see the amazing. And inevitably, what happens too is that while the teacher is bringing their best self to the classroom, the students are responding in a like manner. So they're also bringing their best self to the classroom. And I end up seeing amazing lessons, and we talk about it and we celebrate it. And it's so exciting to talk about it after the visit because I will see the twinkle in the teacher's eye. I will see them really celebrating what they do, and they do so much. So I think it's important to go in with that mindset. So let me just start with that. Yeah.
Oh, I just think that's wonderful. I really do. Just imagining, them before, they know you're coming in and they know that you're going to be looking out and observing what they're doing well. And just what's coming up for me is the difference that that's going to make for them, how they feel before that. that, you know, there's probably excited anticipation rather than fear. You know,
Yes.
when they've got someone coming in to observe, and they're going to be looking out for what's not working rather than what is working. You know, that whole different experience, you know. And I love, you know, that you described it as exciting and fun, and the students, the impact that it has on them, so everybody is able to be at their best.
Yes.
And also, as you were talking, you know, you're having that conversation with them afterwards, and that excited conversation. But just to think about the difference that that makes to the subsequent lessons.
Yes.
You know, right from that moment, you know, when that excited aspect, you know, and the joy and the adrenaline and the positivity, that the likelihood that their next lesson is going to be a good one, and their one after that is going to be a good one. And, you know, so the accumulative effect of that, or the ripple effect of that, and it just makes so much sense, doesn't it? You know,
It really does. It's that the self-talk shifts, Tara, right? Teachers who are, you know, they're telling themselves stories, they've got narratives about their classrooms, you know, maybe they're having a hard time with their students, or maybe they're frustrated with some lessons that they've had, or, you know, there's so much stuff that can be going on. And sometimes the self-talk can be really harsh.
Yes.
But when we come at it with that type of positivity, the self-talk changes, right? Teachers really step up and say, yes, I am a valuable educator. I'm a valuable educator. One of the lovely little exercises that I like to give them is what I call the appreciation drawer. And so I will say to an educator, and, you know, I'm talking about, when we talk about educators, we're talking about classroom teachers, but of course, we're talking about all of the support staff as well in a school. And what I will say to them is, you know, we all have this little appreciation drawer. Maybe it's in our house. Maybe it's, you know, figurative. Maybe we just talk about it, or maybe it's real. We have an actual drawer where we put little notes in about the things we appreciate about ourselves and the things that we do, and our successes, even if they're very, very small. It's meaningful to note them and to put them on a little note in our minds or in the drawer, and to come back and to say, okay, I'm going to pull a note out of that drawer, something I really appreciate about myself. It could be a small little thing, could be a small little thing that I'm contributing to the classroom, or that I'm contributing to students, or that I'm thinking about myself. And I ask them to pull that note and to tell me what it is that they appreciate about themselves. And of course, it just starts an incredibly valuable conversation.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, I love it. Yes, I've just sort of imagining a drawer downstairs in the kitchen. I think I might empty out and turn into the appreciation drawer. Yeah, totally. And again, you know, I think we talk about this a lot, but particularly in solution focus, that it doesn't have to be something massive. You know, we kind of think, oh God, I need to be doing something grand, and the tiny, tiny things that we do and that we can notice about ourselves are equally as important as the big things. Yeah. Oh, well, this has been a wonderful conversation, as always. And
Thank you, Tara.
thank you for sharing. And thank you, everybody, for listening. And we'll be back soon. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye.